Good morning. I'm Malcolm Holt, the Chief Financial Officer of LINX. 2021, like 2020, certainly wasn't a normal year, and we had to do things in a quite different way. But financially, certainly we adapted, and we produced excellent financial results, and our demand for services stayed strong. So we completed our statutory accounts in March, as we normally do. They were checked and signed off by our auditors, following approval by the directors at the April board meeting, and the audited results are in line with our management accounts, which is good. They were distributed a few weeks ago, so hopefully you've had a chance to review them, but at the end, if you want to ask me any questions on that, please do. Before we go on from that, Curtis sort of touched on this yesterday. We keep looking at how we're presenting information to our members, and we did a bit of a rejig on the statutory accounts this year to make them much more open. So the whole pack goes on for some 40 pages now. A lot of it's to do with the way we run the company and our strategy. So in the early part of the statutory accounts, there's a lot of useful information on our views of the future and how the committees, etc., run what we do. So hopefully you find that more informative and more useful. So, if we look at the results we produced, our turnover grew by 12%, which was excellent in the circumstances. Whereas our admin costs only grew by 8%. And when you're sort of planning to be fairly close to break even, that makes a big difference. So in the end, we came up with a surplus of 1.8 million, which was excellent compared with the budgeted result of 0.3 million. I think on that, our key revenues are still 100 gig and 10 gig. 100 gig represents 46% of our revenue and 10 gig 27%. But a significant revenue stream that's coming through now, which keeps increasing each year, is reseller income, which is about 17% of our total income. And sort of making up another area is membership fees, which is 5%. A question came up yesterday on LON2 and in relation to the other lands. And to give a comparison, LON1 represents 63% of our revenue. LON2 is 9%, and our lobbying champion yesterday, Manchester, is 2%, but it is increasing, so it is climbing up there. Our admin costs, which I say were 12% less than planned, and this probably is a result of most of the year in this sort of working from home, which impacted our plans on being able to run events, do marketing, travel, and use our facilities. So that's a bit of I was going to say a one-off, but it wasn't because it happened in the previous year. But certainly for this year, we're going back to normal. So we do see our expenses increasing significantly. So what have we done? Our fixed assets continue to invest in the future. So after depreciation, our fixed assets have gone up by 20%. And obviously the balance has gone into current assets, which we're using to invest in the future. As we're seeing, that it's given us the opportunity to put new promotions together, restructure completely our product set, and also reduce our prices. Now from that, we're expecting that the result this year, if I move on to that actually, will be a deficit. Well, in our plans, we thought the deficit would be around 500,000, We're ahead of budget at the moment with a very small deficit compared with plans which we haven't really got ourselves up to full speed yet. And with the new set of products and the take-up, it's a bit harder for us to predict where we're heading. We've just done a reforecast, and it is probable that we may exceed the 0.5 million that we planned, but we're monitoring that on a monthly basis. And I think that's probably all I plan to cover at the moment. So I'll open myself up for questions, which I hope I can answer off the top of my head.
Any questions? Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Malcolm.